Not sure if you can make it behind me, but it's a bit of an eerie start this morning, like a scene out of The Hound of the Baskervilles. Got quite a busy day today. All the weddings finished at last, but I've still got a board to replace which is split, but that shouldn't take 5 minutes. The final bed has been weeded at last, and did have a bit of a casualty. This end board here, a full length one, 13 foot, that's split, but I started digging that out and I've just got to screw it back to the original boards. I can start planting out quite soon now. Just give a quick update on the peas, how they've done. This was the last 3 trays that are sown, and as you can see, quite good germination, nice and dense, and these were germinated outside with just fleece over. The gutters on each side, the ends, them are the ones which was originally germinated in the greenhouse. Although they're a bit taller, they're not as dense, so maybe that's food for thought for next year. These will be going out quite soon. I've built a little tent there with some net curtain. Underneath there is the brassicas, which I'm hardening off before they got planted out. They're not looking too bad now. Since they've been outside, they seem to have perked up, although we still have a few casualties which got hit those few hot days, but all in all I think they'll be okay. The first early potatoes in buckets as the Swift variety have thickened up lovely now, and they've picked up after being nipped by frost. No sign yet of the second early Charlottes or the main crop Sarpos. The little salad bed is chugging along nicely. You can see there 3 rows of radish have come up nice, and just across the border there, first 2 rows are radish again, and the second 2 rows are rocket. But that seems to have took hold now, so hopefully they'll pick up and we'll get some nice crops out of here. Not sure if the camera will pick it out, but there's an amazing spider's web here. It's just a work of art. It's quite large, but the work and effort, the time that's gone into that, you go admire it. Now that the beds are all finished and I've replaced the new board, I thought I'd come inside and do a bit more potting on. I've got a cucumber. This one is one of the only 2 out of the 14 Telegraph which actually come to fruition, so I'm going to be potting it on into something like a 6-inch pot. Usual method, fill the pot around the outside roughly, push down. It's quite tight, this pot is in here, so the cucumber really needs potting on because it's got fruit on it already. Lift it out, that'll just get a rough size. There we go. Knock the pot off. As you can see there, it's got a decent root ball. before potted fully on, put a bit of mycorrhizal in there, and also around the edge of the plant. Pop them in, and that's it. What I'll also do is put a cane in, and I use one of these onion clips. One of the onion growers use them for supporting the foliage. It just clips around like that nicely and holds the plant up in support. Right, fill the pot up now. This is quite an open compost. It's multi-purpose clover with charge added. And there we have it. So that's one down. I don't know how many more to go. I've got peppers and everything to pot on, so I'll probably be out here all morning. A little update on the beans. From the last episode, you probably saw that they had good germination on them when using the kitchen towel, the Benchmaster runners especially. But since I've potted them on into the root trainers, both those and the Blue Lakes, there's been no sign. So I don't know whether I'm being a bit paranoid or what, but I've decided to do another sowing of both into cell trays. I've already sown the Benchmaster, and these are the Blue Lake. This is a 12 cell tray, and I've put 2 seeds in each. Just before the big plant out starts, I've moved or regrouped the plants. These are my onions, so these are the Kelseys in there, and these in the trays here are a mixture between the Zabroon shallots and the long red Florence. So they'll be ready to go out. They say all the beds are done now. Quick look underneath is the begonias. They've got to go into the baskets as well. That's another job to do. You've already seen these. These are the collection that we picked up from Malvern. That was that bucket of lettuce that I bought, the mixed variety, and as you can see we've had quite a few pickings of it. It's still going strong, so that's doing well. And it is the brassicas, which that's the total collection. It's amazing now, I did lose quite a lot with that bit of hot weather we had, and a few got scorched and burnt out. You can still see a few on the leaves there, but I think that'll get me through. That'll be alright. I'll just pick out the best and see if anybody else wants them. It's a lovely time of the year now to see this, and the alliums are just starting to come out. Quick look in the garden greenhouse, and there's my peppers. I've potted those on, and those there are the tumbling tomatoes. They'll go into the hanging basket. There's a courgette there, which I had that given to me, and cucumbers. I've grown 2 of these, and the rest have been donated, 2 or 3 by Andy Marina, and a couple more by Vicky and Julia. There is all the Crimson Crush potted up. And here I've got a few more peppers. They've got to be potted on. And there's me, both the leeks, having the soak there, the Pot Leeks and the Blanch leeks. These are stood in the background, but these are the celery. They would desperately need to be potted out into cell trays. And as I said before, these are the ones which have been resown again. There's 2 trays there of the Benchmaster runners, and the one at the back there is the Blue Lake French climbers. For those of you with asparagus beds or asparagus, it's important at this time of the year that you keep the beds as weed free as possible so they don't compete with the roots of the plants. All I use is a hand dowel like this. Just take the tops off, because most of these are only annual weeds. Just go underneath, and the sun then will see the rest off. So just a gentle shove just under the soil, just touching it, and then you can leave them. This is this year's efforts for the Sunflower Challenge. They're looking very promising, is it? Not as good as last year. I'm going to pot them on. Them looking at the colour of the leaves, they're obviously starving. They've been in there I don't know how long, so I'm going to get them potted on into probably 5-inch pots. I've already started potting the sunflowers up, and from here you can see these fibre pots, I'm not a big fan of them, so I've started to peel away, but not too much in case I damage the roots. So I'm just putting the soil in there, some mixture of perlite, the clover multi-purpose. I've added some rock dust over here, that's in there, then just mixed it up, nice open mixture, pop them in. There you go. The wedding invitation has never arrived. I'll keep waiting for the postman, but in the meantime I'm going to prick out some celery. Might be a bit awkward showing you this because the lights are all contrasty and harsh, but I've planted 3 trays out here. There's 10 cells in each one of the celery. That's what's remaining, and I've already split a good chunk off and give that away to another plot elder. So we'll see how they go on. I'm just about to start potting on the Pot Leeks now, which I've never grown these before. Well, they just look like little spring onions at the moment. So separating it, they've got quite a long length of root there, so I'm just going to give them a snip. And these will be going straight into a 3-inch pot, which is with a bit of mycorrhizal, which is just multi-purpose compost with a bit of charge added. And pop the leek in. Can go a bit deeper than normal, up to the first leaf, or I think the leek boys call it the button, but it's the first leaf as far as I'm concerned. Throw the compost into the pot, get a little bit of ferment. That's my first ever pot leek. That's 15 of the pot leeks potted on. They're going a bit droopy, but they'll pick up. I'll give them a good soaking and I'll put them in the shade soon. One of the subscribers, Richard from Cornwall, has just acquired a decent sized greenhouse, and he made an inquiry how I'd prepared mine regarding base and putting it on raised beds and whatever inside, so I'll just get a quick tour how I've done it. Ideally, it's best to have the greenhouse frame built so you can get definite measures. You can see there, this is just scaffold planks tipped on its side, builder's planks, and the greenhouse actually rests on the plank, but the lips hang over. That there allows the water then to drain off the edge of the board. So that's just a rectangular frame which the greenhouse sits on top. I have put screws along there somewhere, there you go, on intervals all the way around, so that's secure to the frame. And the frame also has got, I think it's about 3x3 on the inside, and them are driven into the ground, so it's fairly well sturdy. Moving on the inside, first thing I did was put 3, these are 2 foot by 2 foot slabs to make a central pathway. And once that was down, I then built the internal framework around the slabs. So there's one length going from the front right the way across to here. Then there's another piece going right across the width of the greenhouse, which is that one. And same, a return that way. These then become the raised beds. But what I did with mine on the inside to help prevent slather rotting down, I got some UPVC window board, and I actually screwed that to the inside of the framework so that when the saw goes in, it's resting against the plastic and not the wood. So hopefully that'll get a few more years. And that there is basically the way my greenhouse is sited. Well, the sun's just about going down now after the end of another glorious day. I think we've got all the potting on done, so all that's left in the next one we'll definitely be planting out and maybe get the hanging baskets done. So until then, see you later. Bye for now.